President John F. Kennedy died today at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time. He died of a gunshot wound to the brain. I have no further information.
To commemorate the 50th anniversary of President Kennedy's assassination, the Philip Merrill College of Journalism welcomed Sid Davis to speak about his experience as a reporter during that time.
It was a perfect time. We're at the 50th anniversary of the Kennedy assassination. He's one of the last people, I think he said he's the last reporter who covered the event as part of the press pool.
During the event, students and faculty heard Davis's first-hand account of the moment Kennedy had died.
Chaos broke out in that room. Everybody charged for telephones. I was fortunate that when I got to the second floor of the hospital, when I arrived there, that I found a young nurse that was doing nothing but crying. And I asked her if she'd hold the phone for me. So I had a telephone and I had someone to hold it for me. I regret that I never got her name to thank her, but she held the phone all afternoon while I was there.
Davis continued to captivate his audience by telling his personal story of the events taking place after Kennedy's death.
I had written down the oath as being delivered at 2:38 p.m. Central Standard Time, and Merriman Smith, the dean, had 2:39 Central Standard Time. And when I left the plane, I was at the bottom of the ramp, and Smitty yells at me, "Hey, don't forget, 2:39 p.m. Central Standard Time." Well, when I gave the pool report, in my notes it said 2:38, and so I said 2:38. And every wire service, everybody used 2:38. When I got back to the White House around midnight on the press plane, guess who was waiting for me at the door? And he said, "You SOB." I said 2:39. It took him a while, but we got to be friends again.
Davis also shared details about the impact Mrs. Kennedy had on the public after the president's death.
When she entered the room, the sobs in the room grew louder and more persistent. And I turned around and I saw the mascara-streaked cheeks of these young people who fought so hard to get him into the White House, saying that it was all over.
You know, he saw history in the making. He was there, he was covering it as a reporter, and so has a really unique perspective on how the events came down. And he was telling us things that I don't think, I certainly had never heard, and I think most of us had not heard before. So, very interesting.
After the event, Davis reflected on his career.
That I never went to a newspaper. I started in radio and television, and I had great mentors. They were good journalists. But if I could have been told, or they could have hammered into me the importance of language and punctuation and grammar, the whole thing, I would have been much better off, I think.
Davis is now going back to Dallas, Texas after 10 years to continue to speak about his memories of Kennedy's assassination. For the Diamondback, I'm Chavez.